Alright, so I've been meaning to make a ramble for such a long time now, and I guess I've finally gotten around to doing it. And I kind of like the idea of making a ramble or a progress video every few months or so to sort of look back on in the future when I'm either done playing the game or when I'm still playing the game, but I'd like to see what I was doing at the given time. So to start out, I'm Dreamy. At least that's what most of you know me by. My main is Dreamworld, and I'm playing on my Ironman in the background here, doing some Sora. I've been playing the game since 2013, and I maxed in 2015 as the 50th person to max at the time. I think I'm ranked 46 to max right now, but that's because a couple of people have been banned ever since then. Um, and I've been playing my Ironman on and off for the past, I believe, about a year now. I played like 2 or 3 months like right after I made my account. And I played a couple months back in May till July, and then I've started playing again a couple weeks back. Um, so what you're seeing in the background currently is the Sora grind on my Iron Man. I'm trying to get all the items that I need. The blowpipe, the magic fang, and the serpentine helm. Even though I already got the serpentine helm, not sure why I mentioned that. I got the serpentine helm yesterday on KC96, I believe. Um, and that was really lucky. Like so far, all the grinds, I guess you can call it, I've done has been extremely lucky. I got my first Senite on KC51, which I decided to make into the Suffering. Um, I felt like that was the best use of the first Senite for me at least, since I was doing Sora. It's just really convenient. I mean, you can easily do Sora without the Suffering, and just make the Anguish instead. Holy hell. Um, it's not really a problem to make the Anguish first. You can easily survive without having the Suffering. It's, as I said, just like a quality of life sort of thing, to have it first, and I really enjoy it. I'm really happy I don't have to like constantly change my recall rings and break them and stuff like that. I feel like I'll be wasting a lot of ring of recoils doing that. So I decided to just make the Suffering first, and because it's like the best tank ring. Um, so yeah, so far I've been really lucky with most of my shit, except for the Aram's rope top. I got somewhat unlucky on that. It took me 400 KC to get that, which I guess can be seen as lucky or unlucky, because if you want a specific item, the chances drastically decrease. Um, so yeah. On my main, I have 6k HP. I believe it's like 6.1 so far, and I haven't really been playing it properly for the past 2 weeks or so. I've just been playing the Iron so far. Um, on the side, I'm actually doing Redwoods still. I'm actually doing pretty well for Redwoods. I've gotten like 10 mil XP since I've taken a break from the main. Now, I guess I should answer the question that most of people probably want to ask me is, why don't I play my main? Well, I don't really have a specific answer to that other than, well, HP got way too, like, got the head of me. Um, I became way too focused on gaining HP constantly that it just got to me in a weird way. Like I really didn't feel like logging in some days, and I kind of hated the whole aspect of playing alts all the time to constantly profit. Um, like having two alts on the side whenever you're doing whatever is just does really not sound appealing to me. I did it for crafting. I do have 200 mil crafting on my main, and I did use two alts for the entirety. Well, almost all of it. I did play Iron on the side for some of it as well, but I did get a taste of what it's like to constantly be playing two alts at the same time. It really isn't that much fun. I really didn't like it. I guess it's kind of what burned me out. Oh god, that was close. It is kind of what burned me out back in like May. Um, oh, I could have done another trip. Whatever. Um, I started playing my Iron again in May, and then I played that for like 2 months, and then I finished crafting at the end of July, I believe. Um, Besides, I guess the whole idea of HP is kind of weird to me. It's basically made to compete with people, and I don't really see anyone I could compete with. Um, because I really don't gain as much HP as I should be if I wanted to compete with anyone. Um, I could. I only played like 50 hours per week. Well, I gained 50 HP per week, so I guess it's kind of limited as to who I could compete with. Um, and I do have a habit of burning out occasionally when I'm playing for longer periods of time. So I guess that's kind of a turn off for the whole HP thing, gaining HP constantly and stuff like that. So um, my Ironman, I started out by doing the fucking normie route, which was to 99 fire making as my first 99 pretty early on. I mean, I did do like, I think I got like 80 fire making, then took a break from fire making and did something else and went back to fire making again. Um, and that was after I got my farming up, because the higher farming, the better seeds, I believe it is. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it works, but that's what I was told, and it felt like uh, it actually was that case. Um, then I did thieving a couple months back before the RD Knight nerf, even though it's not really a nerf. It's just like you lose like 5% more XP per hour, I believe. It's not even that much, probably. It's probably a lot less. Um, so I did that. I did my thieving before the whole coin back thing, and I kind of did it just to get the cape so I could do master farmers. And I really haven't done as much master farmers as I should have. But I'm probably gonna have to soon. The only seeds I have left for herbs are toe flax. I have like 240 of them, so it's gonna last me a while. But once I'm out of those, I'm probably gonna do some master farmers for a little while. Um, but for now, I'm just grinding Sora to get the 3 items, and I've already gotten one of them, as I said. So, oh shit, what the fuck am I doing? It's kind of hard to do Sora and talk at the same time, which is why this over here is really helpful. I actually haven't even mentioned what this is. It's it's a Sora plugin that's essentially just showing you what to pray and where it's gonna spawn. Give me a second. Yeah, so that's all it really does. There's numerous sites that can do this for you, like websites that show you what the rotation is gonna be. You just click the image and then, it goes on to show what the next phase is gonna be and where that's gonna be. Spawning, so it's not really like it's OP or anything. It's just convenient. So yeah. I was also told to talk about RuneFest and like my thoughts on RuneFest. Um, this year's RuneFest really wasn't as good as I really had hoped it to be. It was kind of shit, honestly. Um, it's kind of weird how old school had, as they even said at RuneFest, we had 90,000 consecutive players online at one time. Yet we only get a 45-minute window for RuneFest. I feel like that's kind of odd in my opinion, that we only get such a small window to talk about. Well, they only get such a small window to talk about the future of old school when the game is such a huge part of the company. Um, I feel like that's sort of not how it's supposed to be. It should be the other way around, I guess. As for the content proposed at RuneFest, a new skill really didn't surprise me at all. They've been wanting to get a new skill. They've sort of tried to force a new skill into old school the past like 5 years now, so it really doesn't surprise me that they're trying to get another one in. They started with Artisan, then Sailing, and now Warding. And as for my thoughts on Warding, I really don't like it. I think it's really fucking stupid, honestly. Um, they keep saying it makes sense to have in the game. I guess it sort of does, but it's just like, why do we want it? It's just a combination of runecrafting, invention, and divination from RS3. I don't see the appeal at all. It's just a boring skill. I don't know why people would want that. And why, like, the only logic I see Jagex moderators using when talking about why we should have a new skill is, oh, the game is 5 years old. It must be boring for players to only have 23 skills. Let's talk about adding another one. Like, I don't see the logic behind that. The game's doing fine. Like, just leave it as it is. It's called old school for a reason. Um, as for the other, I think what was the other things? It was Kebo's Lowlands, which is in the poll right now, and it's all passing. This is a really shitty kill, I think. Eh. I got a Rune Battle Axe. It's not really fucking rare. I think it's really rare. Um, yeah, Keppa's Lowlands, all the shit that they're polling right now is passing. So I have not voted on any account because I just knew it was all gonna pass. So I don't really see why I would bother voting when it really doesn't fucking mean anything anyway. What do I think of it? I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess it's an interesting idea of having a new Slayer Master give tasks at a certain location. That sort of forces people to not, always be at the catacombs to burst necryls or whatever. Or what do you call it? Barrage? Yeah, barrage. Um, so it sort of forces people out of certain areas to try and, kill the shit at other places. Which I guess is sort of interesting. That's what the Wildy Slayer was sort of trying to do. Even though it's not really meta in any way other than gaining points if you feel like doing that, or if you're a regular Ironman trying to get a rune pouch, or a hardcore if you're willing to do that. What else did they propose at RuneFest? Oh, Farming Guild. I think that's cool. What's stupid though is that they already fucking talked about this last year. I don't see why they would fucking mention it again and not just make a dev block on it. I really don't get the whole logic behind that, but oh well. I mean, they proposed it. It's an interesting idea. I'm happy that they're talking about potato cactus not being potato cactus being farmable instead of having to get them from fucking either KQ or just collecting them like snapegrass. And speaking of snapegrass, they're also talking about a snapegrass plant, which is, I mean, sure, it just makes Ironman a lot easier. I don't know if I like that or dislike that. I mean, it just makes it a lot easier to gather secondaries for Herblore, which is, like, in the end, it's just a quality of life. Um, I don't know if I like the whole idea of having farming bosses. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. I don't know why they're trying to force bosses onto every fucking skill either. Like, I don't know what it is with fucking bosses and everything, like Slayer bosses as well. Why do people always want Slayer bosses? I don't see the appeal. I guess it's fun, question mark. It's just, why keep asking for them? Like, we have a fucking moss giant boss. Like, why do we have that? Why do we have a hill giant boss? What? People don't even kill them. There's no fucking reason to have them in game. It's such a stupid fucking logic. I don't know what it is about bossing and having a boss for everything. Wintertot started it all, man. It's the root of all evil. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I sort of like the whole idea of creating ramble videos or progress videos every few months or so to just sort of look back on for me and have an idea of what I was doing at a given time. I think that's pretty interesting to have, and I'd like to continue doing that if you want me to. I guess what's interesting as well is that this is an Ironman account, so I guess in a couple months it's gonna be like a lot different content going on, and I would have progressed a lot since then, and I could like sort of rewatch the video to have an idea of what I was doing at that time and sort of try to talk about like what I've done since then. As for what I'm doing after Sora, I think it's gonna be a while before it's after Sora because, oh shit. Okay, I messed up, I think. Nope, okay, never mind. Because I'm gonna be doing Sora for quite a while on and off. I guess I'm I'm camping Sora until I get the 3 items. And once I've gotten those 3 items, it's gonna be like I'm doing Sora every now and then to just sort of get my farming shit as well, because it's so good for farming. It's incredible. I could probably do another kill with this. Um, but I guess once the next video is gonna be quite a while after I'm done Sora, I think, and once I've like progressed a little, um, to like sort of spice the content up a little and have a lot more to talk about, because I guess this video really wasn't super interesting. Um, it's my first ramble as well. I'll try to stream more on Twitch as well. I kind of feel like that'd be pretty fun. I did stream uh a, like a couple months back. I did stream some fishing content on my main, and I guess that would be sort of interesting to go back to that and sort of try to stream a bit more often, maybe if people want me to, if people want to see that at least. Um, so yeah. But yeah, if you want more videos or something like that, or have any suggestions as to what I could talk about, feel free to leave a comment or leave send me a DM or something like that on Twitter. My Twitter's in the description. Um, so yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye.